Sometimes you just got to move beyond your fear, the fear of expressing yourself, the fear of bringing your passion, your calling forward into the world. And let me tell you something. I've had a tremendous amount of fear to work through, to deal with, that has stopped me, that has tormented me along this journey now almost 20 years. Actually, it started over 20 years ago from that night that Dr. Lara told me, you're a healer. You know what? Don't tell the corporate guy that he's a healer, okay? You're just going to freak him out. And it freaked me out. I didn't want nothing to do with any healing, mumbo, jumbo, woo woo stuff that I called back then. I didn't want nothing to do with it. And so, sure enough, I come out with this music. It gets in the hands of the former consultant from NASA. And guess what? It's healing. Was I happy about it? Absolutely not. It brought up this tremendous amount of fear within me. In fact, even one day I said, you know what? I don't want to be some channel for healing frequencies. I just assume turn this off. And literally within minutes, my phone rings. It's Dr. Jones, the former consultant from NASA that discovered this energy in my music. And he said, what's going on? I detected a fluctuation in your energetic field. And I'm like going, what the hell? And that totally freaked me out. And so I went and sat down with him, and that's where he told me. He said, listen, Mark, you have two choices in life. Either you step into your gift, you bring it forward for the betterment of humanity, or you live a life of misery trying to deny it. Of course, I wanted option number 3, which was none of the above, but that wasn't really a valid option. So I decided to step in and bring my music forward, but there are things that emerged out of that work that I never brought forward. And so I had been doing session work with people. I started channeling pieces of music to where people wanted to heal something in their life and had amazing results. And I started identifying certain frequencies that were really pivotal in the healing and the transformation of somebody and helping them to bring their passion, their purpose, their calling forward into the world in a very powerful way. And one day I was working with a woman who was a coach and just extremely sharp. And I got this intuitive hit. You know what? I think she's become activated with this energy. So if you've been following my work for a while, when the music plays in the space, when you tune and harmonize your energetic field, there is a measurable, demonstrable shift in your energy. You can actually experience what happens when you push play. You're stronger, you have better balance, you have strength, flexibility, endurance, coordination, and balance. So I had this woman record a clip for me of her reading her mission statement. And sure enough, her voice shifted energy. I was intrigued by this and also a little bit freaked out. But I got invited to do a live event. It was like a Healing with the Masters live event with Jennifer McLean. And I did my speaking and music keynote talk. And at the end, I promoted a weekend retreat with me to activate this energy within yourself so that you can become a conduit for transformation and change on the planet. And so I promoted this. I think maybe we had 15 people sign up, hosted the event. It was extraordinary. Took people through this musical process work, taught them a little bit how to work with the energy, what I knew at that particular point in time. And it was amazing. But I came home after that weekend and I had the notebook with my notes and everything. And I said, you know what? I don't know if I should be doing this. Quite honestly, it kind of freaks me out. I shelved it and I never did it again. And it wasn't until years later when I was doing my mentoring work that I would open up to at least doing some one-on-ones with some select people that were interested in becoming conduits for this frequency, that were interested in bringing something forward within themselves and expressing it into the world, but wanted to add another level where they could help people to rise above the static and noise, all the stuff that puts in our energy into a disharmonious state. And so I did an event at the end of 2019 with Dr. Kim, beautiful soul. And we're having lunch one day and I told her about this work. And I say, I'm really getting the calling that I should bring this forward. But fear had stopped me from doing so. So I didn't. But she whispered something into my ear that day. She said, you don't have to be afraid anymore. And so I came into 2020 with the commitment, I'm going to do live in-person events, and I'm going to activate people and help people to tune and harmonize their energy and align with their passion, their purpose, their calling. Well, of course, what do we have? We just happen to have a global pandemic show up in 2020. What a great excuse to not bring it forward. So I did put it on the back burner, up in that closet once again, next to the dusty binders of all this wisdom and information I've downloaded over the years and working with energy. And I never did it again, except for a few one-on-one clients. And that was it. And as I moved and emerged into this year, with the passing of my father, I realized, you know what? I don't have forever to mess around. I have a song, a music that is within me. And you know what? Like heck, if I want to die with my music still in me. And like heck, if you want to too. We all need to bring our gifts forward, right? Especially at this time and in this space. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to get some support structure. I'm going to bring this program forward. I'm going to help people to move past the blocks, the barriers, the stories of not good enough, I don't deserve, how we all, of those of us who are stepping into bringing our passion and purpose forward into the world, we have this wonderful ability to sabotage ourselves, to make it difficult, to stop ourselves, to play small, and we can't afford to do that anymore. You can't afford to do that anymore. You see, you have a purpose that was etched upon your soul. And one of your jobs, in addition to learning and experiencing your divine nature, is to bring that purpose forward into the world, because that's what's going to transform your life. That's what's going to open up whole new levels of fulfillment and joy and passion in your experience. But it's also going to be a conduit for transformation and change on the planet. So look at yourself right now and just take a couple deep breaths. Where are you allowing fear from stopping you from bringing forward what you need to bring forward? Where are you allowing your fear to play small, to not do everything you know that you're capable of doing? Maybe you're noticing some reoccurring negative patterns where you sabotage yourself, where you come up with all kinds of excuses to not bring your message forward. I've seen this. I see it happen all the time. I've experienced with it multiple times over the course of my journey and stepping into this. And we can't afford to do that anymore. I think we all know that we're at a very interesting time and space in the world today. And that the only thing that's going to change it is you and me being true to the light within ourselves and expressing that into the world. And so I want to help you to move past your fear or the excuses that you have that get in the way of you bringing your music, your passion, your calling to the highest level possible. So with that being said, let's just take a quick look inside and ask yourself, where am I being true to my music? Where am I not being true to my music? Deep breaths. Look into the fear that might be arising within you. The fear of not being good enough, not being deserving of the blessings of life. Those little comments that show up that say, who am I to be magnificent, wonderful, transformational. Actually, who are you not to be? Deep breaths. Gently setting the intention to move past your fear, your excuses, your reservations, and to become a powerful conduit for transformation and change. Deep breath. Deep breath, open mouth, just let it go. It's a process, it's a journey. I can't think of the author's name right now, but he made the comment and it was featured over the years. I think Wayne Dyer and stuff did a whole book on it, on don't die with your music still in you. Don't die with the music still in you. Way back when I got challenged, where are you ripping off the world by not sharing your music? And it was a question that really set me into motion. I don't want to rip off the world. I want to, when it comes time to get light beamed off the planet, I want to know that I did everything possible to bring forward my gift, my music, and to impact lives in the most powerful and beautiful way possible. And to fulfill my commitment, my role in this puzzle piece called global transformation and change. And all of us play a part in this shift. And we're late in the game. It's about awakening. And each and every one of us being true, you being true to that song, that passion within you, and shining your light and adding power to however it is you express yourself, that's the key to opening up to more joy, more fulfillment, more soul satisfaction, but also to help lift others around you to a whole new level of possibility, so that together we can create this beautiful shift and build momentum in this energetic ascension that's taking place on the planet today. So I'm excited, and I wanted to share this story with you because it's scary. It is. But yet, if we choose to move past that fear, all kinds of miraculous things can unfold for you. So listen, I wanted to say at the end of this, I'm going to put a link in the summary here. If you are interested in becoming a catalyst for transformation and change on the planet, for moving past the areas where you get stuck and bringing your passion, your purpose, your calling, I want to introduce to you 6 powerful frequencies that are going to help you to break through, move beyond, transcend whatever is stopping you from shining your light in the most beautiful and powerful way possible. And also, by doing so, become a conduit for transformation and change, where you can help raise people above the static and noise of the modern day world, help enhance their connection to that unlimited field of possibilities, so that ultimately together we can begin to reverberate, regenerate, revitalize not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us. So I have a very special webinar coming up. It's actually going to be next week, Wednesday evening, I believe is the 13th of September, if I have that correctly. The details will be in the bio summary. Yeah, I just know I'm going to be there, so that's the important thing, right? And I invite you to come along. If you're listening to this after that date, go in and sign up, because it'll take you to the replay page. I'll make sure that gets changed for you. I want you to tune into this. I want you to tap into this experience and realize how by integrating and activating these 6 transformational frequencies, I kind of call it my 6-string theory of energetic frequencies that will have a tremendous impact upon your life and ultimately ignite an energy within you that's going to add power to whatever it is that you're bringing forward into the world. I look forward to sharing this experience with you. Hey, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe and make sure you tune in a little bit later this week. On Wednesday, I will release a musical note that'll kind of further support you in letting go of any fears, any reservations, any fictional stories that you might have created that are preventing you from stepping into shining your light and bringing your music forward onto the planet today. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Thank you for your commitment to shining your light. Thank you for being you. Take care. Have a harmonious day.